one team that definitely appears to need the running back are the Dallas Cowboys. And right now, their leading rusher is in Cabo San Lucas. Joining us right now to discuss this issue from Cowboys camp, one of my favorite people on planet Earth. He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. When he makes his point, he figuratively twists your arm, and clearly he literally did it to Stephen A. Smith on First Take yesterday because Stephen A. Smith was in a sling. It's Michael Irvin. Irv, did you do that to Stephen A.? Did you do that to his arm?
Hey, I told Stephen A., man, I said, I come in with this rotator cuff thing going on, and I hope you didn't come in here with that thing, that sling, thinking mercy would be delivered. There was no mercy delivered. I don't care about the arm being in a sling. But yeah, you knew we had to go at it. He's always on the Cowboys. And, Rich, what you just said, Rich, is what it's really all about. Everybody wants to put every running back in a box in this league, when the reality is, okay, so if 25 teams are using running backs by committee, I guarantee you there's 25 teams that wish they had a Ezekiel Elliott or a Le'Veon Bell or a Saquon Barkley. We cannot continue to put these elite guys and keep them measured to these group of guys that they wish they were. That other guys wish they had guys like these elite guys. You just got to stop doing that, and that these guys are fighting for their money.
Well, and before we get, I guess, deeper into that issue, Jerry Jones bringing up the fact that Emmitt Smith was the last leading rusher to win a Super Bowl in the same year. He did forget our colleague Terrell Davis did do it in '98, but all three of your years winning the Super Bowl, Emmitt led the league in rushing. And we're going to hear it again. Jerry kind of even alluded to it yesterday, Michael, was the 93 holdout where they lost the first two games, yes, but business was business, and they finally did come to an agreement, and the Cowboys won the Super Bowl anyway. Do you think that is in any way, shape, or form what Jerry's playing out here with Ezekiel Elliott in 2019?
That's one of the things that I was hesitant to talk about yesterday. I don't want to put it in the ether and think that the ether will slip it towards Jerry. But now that I hear it, it is why I was concerned. You look at the Giants, you look at the Redskins, you think, oh, the Cowboys can get past these first couple games. But the reality is, I hope that's just negotiations, what he's doing right now, where he's saying these things, hoping these things get back to Zeke, and they come down on the number. It's just negotiations, because you don't want to go into this situation where the Cowboys, everybody's so positive about the possibilities of this season, and then said we're going to start the season without Ezekiel Elliott. I think that'll be tough for the Cowboys.
So what advice would you give Zeke if he's sitting there right now in Cabo taking in this show, or he sees it later on? What advice would you give him?
I would first say going to Cabo to train is like saying, well, I think I'm going to go to Vegas and pray. That's like called Sin City. Praying over there may not really help. Training in Cabo, I just don't know if that's really. But that being said, it'd be hard for me to say something to Zeke with the situation is what it is, Rich. I mean, I'm not saying Zeke is wrong. I'm just saying I wish it wasn't happening because I'm a Cowboy fan.
Yes.
But I'm not saying Zeke is wrong, to be totally honest with you. I mean, if you're one of the top guys in this league, and you are obviously one of the top guys, nobody has touched the ball more than you with any other letters by their name except QB. Except QB. That's it. QB. QB touches the ball every play. All right, the next person out there is Ezekiel Elliott. And everybody keeps talking about how defense win championships. No points win championships. And to get points, you got to take that football and get it across the goal line. And that's what Zeke Elliott does.
Well, as you know, Michael Irvin, these things don't just happen in a vacuum. Everybody gets asked about it over and over and over again. What was it like for you when Emmitt was holding out in '93? That might be another allegory to draw upon for the 2019 training camp here.
Well, it was hard on the whole team now because you go into the season thinking, okay, maybe we can get this game. Just like the Cowboys are probably thinking, man, we probably beat the Giants. We could probably beat the Redskins, and then you don't understand and you underestimate exactly what that means. You get in a game and it's 3rd and 2 or something. We hand the ball off, and you don't get that first down. And it's one thing not to get the first down, But it's another thing not to get the first down and walking towards the sideline like, Emmett would have gotten that, man. I mean, we're out here short-handed. Now that thing starts climbing in your head, and it's just a bad situation. It was a bad situation. I think we still should have beaten some of those, beaten a couple of those. We beat Buffalo. We could have beaten those teams without Emmett, but it was in our head that he wasn't there. And every time you line up in the huddle, you would always look towards the locker room, hoping or thinking he's going to come out of that locker room, and, of course, he never did.
Michael Irvin calling in from Oxnard, California, side of Cowboys training camp, about to hit NFL Network's Inside Training Camp Live for a few hours from there, right here on the Rich Eisen Show before going that route. So, what do you think Jerry's thinking here, Michael? I mean, you're versed, you're fluent in Jones' business acumen here. I mean, what do you think he's trying? Because we all know Zeke is a crucial element of this team, and what is at play here, do you think?
I think Jerry will get something done. That's what he is. That's what he does. Jerry understands business more than anybody. You know, how to work business. This is what they love doing, Rich. This is see what it does to a player is different than what it does. Like Jerry loves this negotiating stuff. It messes with the player's head because no matter what, the player's still sitting back saying, "Oh, they don't think I'm worth it. Oh, they don't." You know what I mean? And you have to be careful that those feelings don't linger. They don't linger, and you bring them with you, and you hold grudges against people. But Jerry loves this stuff. I just hope he has a plan. I hope he has a plan. I don't expect anything to get done until the slipper falls off Cinderella. That's usually when everything gets done, when the slipper falls off Cinderella and everybody starts panicking. That's just how big business works. But I'm expecting something to get done. I don't see Jerry sending himself shorthanded into the season like this.
But don't you think the Cowboys have already proven to Zeke that they do want him, that they do support him? I mean, of everything that he's gone through or put the organization through, to use that phrasing of it, don't you think that the Cowboys have already communicated that to Zeke?
Oh yeah, no doubt, they've shown great support and great love. But Zeke saying, "Show me one more time, and this time, show me with the money." You know what I'm saying? He said,
right.
I appreciate all that other love and support, but I need you to show me one more time and show me with the money. And the Cowboys are saying, "I'm willing to do that. We just can't give you all the money right now. So we can't give it all." But they'll figure something out, Rich. They'll figure something out.
It's interesting how you say that Jerry enjoys this stuff, and obviously that makes sense when you're a negotiator as a profession. It seems, for Jerry. But to me, I mean, look, Mike, this is it, right? That Cowboys defense is ready to roll. I mean, on that side of the ball, they are animals, and they're fast and they're good, and the Cowboys, are set to go here. And you got the offensive line back, Irv, right? And you've got Amari Cooper maybe about to get done. If not, that's okay, I guess. But there's Dak too. He's going to get done, ready to go. And Kellen Moore, they brought him in because, according to all reports I'm seeing from Jane Slater, our colleague, that they saw there's Sean McVay. They wanted their young guy. They got their young guy. This is it. So why are we messing around? Why are we messing around here? Right? I mean, just pull the trigger.
All that you're saying and all that we're saying is exactly what Zeke's saying, and he's saying that's why I have to do this right now. He understands. Look at the landscape. They're going to run me these next 2 years and then franchise me a year. That's the 3 years, and then I'm done probably. It's how he's looking at it. And right now, everything is right on the edge, ready to be pushed towards that Super Bowl. I'm at the height of my leverage. I have to try to get something done right here, right now. And I hear people saying, you got to get Dak done. That'll be my first priority. But Amari is making $14 million a year right now, $14 million this season. I'm going to hold back on Amari and now that's a dangerous thing too, because Michael Thomas coming up.
Yep.
Julio Jones getting a new deal. So whatever number you think you can get Amari for right now, that number is going to change also. It's just the reality of what's going to happen, because that number is going to move. But I will get Dak done, and I will get Zeke done, and so I can at least get this on the field right now.
What is this offense going to look like? Do you got a sense here? How different is it going to be, assuming Zeke comes back here? What do we got?
I mean, And I was talking about this yesterday on the show. The bedazzle. Everybody's so talking. You just talked about Sean McVay, what they're looking for in Kellen Moore. They're looking for that bedazzle offense. Everybody wants that bedazzle offense. But what happens, Rich, with the Rams is they have a bedazzle offense that gets people out of position because there's so much movement, and then they lay blocks on people. So they have a bedazzle offense that gets people out of position that sometimes makes them look physical, until that genius we call Bill Belichick says, okay, forget looking physical. I want to see if you really can be physical. And the last two Super Bowls that the Rams played in, they both were losses to that man called Bill Belichick because they had a bedazzle offense that looked physical, but when he got physical with them, they could not win that football game. Now, if the Cowboys can add bedazzle to their offense, they'll add bedazzle to an offense that really is physical. They don't have to look. They don't make it look like they're physical. They really are a physical offense, and that's a hard offense to stop when you have bedazzle on the outside and for real physical football team.
Yeah, I mean Randall Cobb's been added to the mix, Michael. I mean, right, and obviously Tavon Austin is part of the bedazzle that you're discussing. That's why I just don't understand. Just get it done, and let's go. I mean, the Cowboys are set. I'll be honest, Michael. You know how I love having fun at your expense about the Cowboys on NFL Game Day morning. This is the 10th year that I'm hosting that show, so it's been 10 years of a decade of me having a lot of fun at your expense. This is truly the first time I've come into a season where I think the Cowboys can do it for real.
Yeah.
If they get the guy who's sitting in Cabo in, and they make Dak heavy pocketed. And I'm ready to believe. I can't get there right now.
Well, not without Zeke you can. That's just the reality of it, Rich. It's hard to get there without Zeke, man. And that's just the reality of it.
All right.
It's going to be difficult to say how do we get this team because you haven't seen it. And they use him so much in so many different ways, Rich. And he's always there. He's always there. He's always ready to play. He doesn't get hurt. He's so physical. You need that. And you need that. With that offensive line, there's a matrimony that goes on between running back and offensive line. And people keep talking about, well, you put any running back there. I'm like, stop. You cannot do that. There's a matrimony. And this kid and his patience, the way he runs is perfect for this offensive line. I just hope they get it right going into the season.
I love how you say you hope. So I'm the last one for you here, Irv, because when you say you hope, we can't know for sure. And I'm sure, I know you just pulled into town. You haven't pulled him aside and said, what's going on? So my question for you is, which Jerry Jones wins out? The one that knows that his team's set up and the one that knows, I know I got a guy who, on occasion can't stay home at night, certainly when he goes to Vegas, and he's maybe one more slip up away from not being there, but I got to pay him. Or the guy who's like, you know what, I went into 93 without Emmitt Smith, the leading rusher of all time, and I got it done late and we still won it all. Which guy wins out, do you think, here?
You know what you said, you went into 93. 93, Rich. 93, I mean, and last Super Bowl we won back in 95. 95. That tells you everything. Which Jerry Jones should win out. You're talking about 95. 95. You don't have time to mess around, buddy. You got the most valued franchise by Forbes right there, right now. You go win that Super Bowl right now. You have an opportunity. The best opportunities you had since probably 95 stands right before you right now. I think the reasoning Jerry Jones that said to us a couple months ago, you guys would be embarrassed to hear about how big of a check I would write to win this Super Bowl. Well, Jerry, you said it, and now it's time to write it.
Love you, Irv. See you in Canton.
All right, buddy. I see you too. Love you too, man.
You bet. You got it. That's Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.